277 from Jenkins, followed a 180 from Taylor, and that's why you've got to say of this man, already beaten once tonight, he has character.
Best word going. Beat Taylor in Manchester, fair and square, looking to do a double over the rampant power. Wow. Taylor averaging 93.5, same as Jenks.
100.
Yeah, and you know, Taylor loses the leg against the throw and immediately retorts with a maximum, which effectively wins him the throwback.
Well, that's the underlying key to his massive success. He's treating any mini negative as a massive positive. What a shot. I'm telling you, if you had the Rolling Stones here and Bon Jovi, wouldn't be as many.
100.
Oh, look at the last darts!
The massed audience here in big, bustling Bram, folks.
Great recovery, but the setup shot here involves a 60. Oh, desperately needed one red bit there. Two pressure darts for Level, and Taylor looks at the 60. One's bull and double 16. Just a smidgen out the bull.
62.
Tidied it up nicely. Now then,
142.
needs 142. Again, not capable of getting that first treble. It was 136 he needed last leg, and Taylor then missed 3 darts at a double and let Jenkins in.
Topsy once for Level. Taylor then averages 94 to Jenks' 93, and they are locked in this. Jenks could get a win here. In the next few legs, he'd go 4th.
Yes, having played a game more, but he'd go into 4th on 9 points, and he'd only be a point behind Phil Taylor. Of course, will have played a game fewer than Terry Jenkins. Adrian Lewis, currently in 4th place, despite the fact he hasn't played tonight, will not, has 2 matches next week against Phil Taylor and James Wade. Now, the thought of that would make me want to stay in bed, I'll tell you, Sid. I'll be honest, made not to make anybody ill. But seriously, Adrian knows he's in with a chance if he puts his best game together. So it's all getting rather interesting, but it is beginning to departmentalise into a discernible top half and a bottom half. If Taylor wins this, then there'll be a 4-point gap between the top 3 and the next one, Adrian Lewis.
With the world champion in the bottom half. What a standard of play.
140.
The Kane now, Nick Taylor was in incandescent form. Beat Barney at the weekend, 116 average. And then won in the next day as well, 107 average. Ed de Vere, Barney's manager, said he's never seen darts like it. In that final, Taylor hit every treble he aimed at. And if the Dutchman's manager says that, that is true praise, as they say up the Scheldt.
Yes, no doubt about it.
60.
A 9-darter against Ronnie Baxter, and then the next 7 darts were all in treble 20. 16 perfect darts on the trot. Unbelievable. Is he going to go for it, Sid?
Oh, is he ever? John, he's Phil Taylor. Phil Taylor doesn't take inches or meters, he takes miles. Got to pressurise the shot. Has to get a second treble. Oh, great shot. Here we go to go ahead. Fat 9, double 8 for the power. We'll slack around this. First 4 all games in the league. Double 4, turning on a 2-darter.
Yeah, just about crept in there, and once again, when Taylor's throwing first, Jenkins is really having to chase the game, and having to rely on Taylor not doing it at the business end. It did happen once, and he stepped in, but now he's got to hold his throw. He's made a good start. He's been okay on his own throw, Jenkins. He's struggled on Taylor's throw. He hasn't scored highly enough.
Well, this is Taylor's worst average in the league since week 3. He's averaging a mere 94 at the moment. Remember, against Barney, in his 8-3 victory, he averaged 111. And in the weekend, he averaged 116 against Barney. But I'm sure he won't be looking at the stats, John.
No. And we've said consistently over the years, when Taylor has been on the hockey, you do have a chance of beating Phil Taylor when he's on an off day, and his off day has always been as good as most of the people's good days. But that's when you've got to step in, and this really does give Jenkins an opportunity of at least getting a share of the spoils. As Taylor is not at his brilliant best. We're seeing spasms, really, just patches of greatness.
The greatest world sportsman ever. The Pele and Bradman, Babe Ruth. What a sportsman!
Well, it's interesting, isn't it? You know, you've got the great Tiger Woods at the moment doing everything. He lost his first tournament in 8, wasn't it, the other day? But there are certainly some contenders up there, and he's one of them, Sid.
But in an interesting article in the Independent, Tiger says he sometimes didn't care about little championships. Taylor would want to win the Burslem Super League single merit. Once, any amount.
I do. Well, we'll watch Jenkins going for 97. In with a chance on his own throw. But Taylor on 108. I feel certain he will go the 19 route. I don't think he'll go treble 20 here. He'll go the 19 route. He'll go for treble 19. Now the treble 19 leaves double 16.
Lovely lie to get it. Hit the wrong side of the marker, and you can see the chagrin on his face. Right. To make it level against the power tops. No marker to use. Got to come on now naturally. Double 10 air shot. Tension shown on him. The red bit. The red bit it is.
Yes, 4 apiece. Sid, talking of greatness in other sports, I've been very, very interested in the seeming lack of form of late of Roger Federer in the tennis world. I've always maintained that Federer is the Phil Taylor of tennis, or vice versa, and he's having the sort of sticky patch and not having things all his own way that Taylor's experienced over the last 12 months.
He certainly does make as big a record as Federer. Right there, Johnny. No kidding. Slightly slack darts. Should have had a ton 40 anyway there. It's opened the door for Taylor. He had to get a 5-4. Doors open. Oh, how he attacks this. Wiggle to the left. And a wiggle to the right. No, cover shot.
139.
Well, it looks as though this is going to be yet another leg. Taylor throwing first. So far ahead of Jenkins that it almost becomes a non-contest. It's remarkable, really. It's happening just about every leg where Taylor has thrown first.
Only the weight of the dart. To find that split millimeter. This is in. Oh, look!
125.
It's finding the weight with a first dart, Johnny, and then being able to build that makes it Phil Jekyll for the last 5 weeks. Formerly it was Phil Hyde. Coming in now.
11 darts.
11 darter. Tops he wants.
Game shot. Phil Taylor.